actually has 12 strings on it.
Yes, it does actually have 12 strings on it now, unlike when I bought it. Did we figure out what the controls were for this?
No.
No, we didn't. Okay.
I haven't touched
Is it? I'm surprisingly muscular, really, on this. Yeah, that's kind of clean up.
Does it
Tell you what,
come
I'm
with
completely blank, I can't remember
Does
it.
it come with the green thingies? Now you put that on it.
No, all of this was through my stupidity, so when all the paint comes off and the binding won't go back on, then it's my fault. Yeah, just kind of bought this because it's fun.
Is it a guitar you use often?
This is the guitar I use more than anything else at the moment.
Yeah.
I bought this and a PRS SC245 in the same week. And PRS is off from Bristol, and all these are in their cases because this is the only thing I'm playing at the moment because it's just fun. So yeah.
Is it because of the sound you think you like it because of the way it sounds?
I like it because it's really weird.
It's weird.
Because it plays like nothing else because it's an electric 12, and honestly I never played a 12 string properly before I bought this, and I still can't play one properly. But
Do you mind me asking what you paid for it?
I think this came down to about 120 from cash converters.
Good guess. Good guess for that, mate.
Which is...
A tenner a string, yeah.
Yeah. No, I had to restring it the day I got it because it was
Right.
awful. I think it came out 9 strings on it. And this is why they don't trust me to walk home from work by myself.
Yeah.
Just walk past cash converters. Ooh, 12 strings!
Is it a pain to set up and tune or
Yes.
what? Yeah.
In a word, yes. So yeah, that's me. Kind of go for the slightly odd stuff.
Woohoo! Right, thank you.
Okay, my name is Dennis. I'm French.
Never mind.
No booing. Always good. And I'm known as Didi Looping on the forum. Why Didi Looping? Because Didi are my initials. My name is Dennis Diaz. Diaz guitar. Big D. And looping because in France, you're all familiar with the A-Team series. And the name of the crazy one, the A-Team in France, was looping.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. So somebody called me looping once, and that's okay.
Move the thing you're hiding behind.
I'm not hiding.
Right, but it's hiding you.
And because I was a bit nut, they called me looping, and it stuck. Oh no, it's because when I started playing pinball, and you had to, not pinball, arcade games, you had to choose a name for when you got any records and stuff, high scores. So I picked Didi Looping, and it stuck. I'm not going to tell you much about that because it's a very long story. I'm not going to bore you with it. It's basically, it's kind of a prototype of a guitar design, but it's out of spec, but I'm going to keep it as mine because I like it. I'm going to talk to you about this little jewel here. It's a bedroom practice amp. It's a practice amp, but it can still go fairly loud. And it's made by Yamaha, and it's got a few built-in effects like reverb and chorus. Flanger. this for, but it's got all these. Delay. And a tap tempo thing. I don't know how it can go. It's got delay and reverb. Well, it's got a few effects built in, got the gist of it. What I like about it is that you can go quite gamey. It's got a very, well, what I think is quite a good sound. I love the volume. I'm going to take the pick because I'm useless with my fingers, even though I try very hard to be good. So from even lower, I don't know if you can hear it. It's got 5 memories, so you can tweak the sound and memorize 5 of them. It's USB as well, so you can plug it into your computer, use the Yamaha software to tweak the sounds, memorize them. As I said before, it's full range, so if you plug something in the auxiliary input, it sounds like a good boombox, so you can use it as a... And if I can borrow your phone again, unless somebody has a phone with better music in it. Let's turn all the effects off.
Okay. You done?
Yeah. Oh, I'm done with that.
Oh,
Okay.
do you want to play something else?
Yes, I don't think it was a very good demo.
No?
No. And I blame you for it.
Fair enough. Okay, you'll like this one.
See how a wandering man crosses the open plain. Surefoot, you know.
If I was a magician, I wouldn't hire you as my assistant.
He hasn't got the legs for it.
Thank you. Well, that's basically the THR-10.
Every time I hear that amp, I just think, yes,
I have to say it's quite organic sounding. For a digital amp, normally after about 10 or 15 minutes with a digital amp, my ears start to go, and they're not.
Nick's just raised an important point. Can you change the colour of the glow? Or does it have to be orange? Can you...
I think it's available as a kit. I think it can go, I never go there, but I think it can go quite... but it shows something. I don't know, it shows something.
So when can we buy these guitars, Dimmy?
Sorry?
When can we buy these guitars?
Never. I'll never sell one to you. Never, ever.
When's production supposed to start?
Well, basically, there is no production. Let's not even talk about production. I went from the idea of everything being customizable, meaning you can choose the neck, the color, the pickups, everything, to narrowing down to 3 models. Because I've been told, leaving the option to the customer is all well and good, but the customer will never make his mind up. Meaning when they go to my website, they start with the neck, the body, they change the color, or they want the tummy cut, they don't want it, they want 2 humbuckers, and then they switch to 3 single coils and that, so they spend hours just building guitars, and bottom line is apparently they will never buy one because they're too confused. Okay, I want this one, this one, this one, this one.
At least
So-
it's not a t-shirt design though.
Sorry?
At least it's not a t-shirt design.
Yeah. So I've been advised, and I think it makes sense, to just narrow it down. So I've narrowed it down to 3 fairly cliched models. You've got the Les Paul-like model, which will have 2 humbuckers, carved top, blah blah blah. You will have the kind of junior type model with 2 P90s, flat top, and you will have the Strat-like with 3 single coils, forearm contour and tummy cut. All of them will have the tummy cut. That thingy that I nicked from Fender, that they might have nicked from somebody else, I don't know. But there will still be some options in terms of colors, or if you want the carved top with 2 P90s instead of 2 humbuckers, or if you want the Strat-like, the one with the forearm contour like this one, with 2 humbuckers instead of 3 single coils. So there will be a few options. And the one with the 2 P90s is going to have just the bottom half of the scratch plate. So that will be an option as well. In terms of neck shape, it's going to be pretty much maybe 3 options, I'm not too sure. But to cut a long story short, I was working with someone who was quite good but very slow, and in my eyes anyway very unreliable. So I tried for a while to find somebody else to build the guitars for me. And I found a guy called Mike Walsh, who does a lot of things. He does the Zoot basses, I don't know if you've heard of them. He does speaker cabs, he does all sorts of, he builds basses for other companies as well. And he's fairly local to me, it's less than half an hour drive from where I live, from Chelmsford. So he's going to do the neck, the bodies, finish both. And Ash from All City Pickups is going to make the pickups. I'm going to use exclusively his pickups. He's going to make the pickups, assemble the guitars and set it up. So one guy is going to make neck, bodies, finish them, and Ash is going to do the rest basically. And the only problem is Mike Walsh is a very busy guy. So he told me about 3 months ago that he had work for the next 3 months. So hopefully he will be able to start working, making the 3 different models fairly soon. That's it, that's the story. Hello, Mom. That's about it. Anyone wants to try if anyone wants to try either the THR10 or the X-Traveler, please feel free. Oh, a few details. I went for looks. So I've got that bridge which I quite like. It's a
Bridge.
Yes, it is a bridge. It is made by the company that makes the saddles, the string saver saddles. Graphtec bridge. And because of the way it looks, I went for these Duesenberg tuners because they have that funky looking thing that reminds me of the bridge. That's the only reason I went for these. But they are quite cool. They are not locking tuners, but you can either feed the string through the hole like the old vintage like tuners, and it comes out at the back, and then you can cut it short, or there is a normal feeding through type thing. So you've got 2 options. They look cool, they're not too expensive, and the neck was made on this one. The neck is not made by Mike Walsh or the other guy I was using. It's a American company, which Best Guitar Parts, I think they're called. And if you like or don't like the shape of the neck, it's basically what it is. It's like asymmetrical, so you've got like a big D shape and a bit of a VC like bottom. And I think it's a compound radius. I think it's 9 to 12. Pretty sure it's stainless steel frets, and the fretboard is Pau Ferro. I don't know how you pronounce it. That body is older, natural finish. Didn't ask for it, but it's cool. I've got natural finish, and you weren't there when I explained what it does and stuff, so I can. There is bridge, neck volume, master tone, and split. pickups made by Ash from All City Pickups, and I think there are like 2 proper single coils in each pickup, so it doesn't sound like a proper humbucker would, I guess. But and because it's out of spec, I'm not going to show it as what my guitars, if they are ever made, are going to be like. But it's my personal guitar, and I've been using it a few times, and it's cool, and I like it. Yay!
Yay!
Thank you.
Quite happy on that. This is Jackson PS1 from '94.
Go tell us the name.
Called Laura. Single Duncan distortion in the neck. It's got one of Van Hayden's Bulldogs, Tarky spec Bulldog pickup in the bridge. Lovely pickup. Nice punchy mid-range, and that's about it.
Oh, really?
There's a DSL over there if anyone wants to have a play on that, and plenty of pedals and stuff as well.
Go play us something, mate.
And I have a horrible habit of taking the piss out of everyone. You quite happy now, Tony? Got fun,
Yeah,
don't
thank you, thank you. We've got to show you here.
Is that your main guitar? Is that the one you use normally? Or?
I've got 5 mil that played about the same. So, yes and no.
Yes, I do.
Should answer that question.
You're welcome to play him if you want. No, I'm left-handed. I didn't really think to bring any guitar. So that was it.
Well, welcome.
Yeah.
Do you wish you played right-handed if you could start again?
I can't remember ever holding a guitar and not thinking that's the right way.
Yeah.
You know, first time someone put a guitar in my hand, my dad's right-handed, put a guitar in, it goes this way. No, it goes that way. No, it goes this way. And that would have been about 4. And, you know, it just, everyone's tried. I spent 2 years playing right-handed the wrong way up. Tried for about 6 months to play right-handed. Got a left-handed guitar, so then Dennis this earlier, got a left-handed guitar after playing left-handed for 3 or 4 years, 10 years off, and then 2 years playing the wrong way around on my dad's guitars, and I couldn't play left-handed by the time I came back, and it's really fucked up all my ideas of how the fretboard works. So yeah, but
Yeah, because I'm left-handed too.
there's a lot of people, and I think you know, some people make it work for them, and I think it really depends on you know what you concentrate on.
If you gave me a tennis racket, I would pick it up and I'll play left-handed even now.
Yeah.
Without any tennis racket.
I
You
think
play air guitar.
If
yeah.
I played air guitar, I'd play left-handed, yeah.
I think everything apart from golf, I am definitely left-handed. Everything I've ever tried. Golf, I'm crap by the side. I've tried to figure out which I'm actually better at, and it's just too painful for everyone else, so I gave up.
I played in a band with a guy who turned out to be left-handed, but I didn't know he was left-handed until I saw him sign something. And I said to him, well, why do you play right-handed? He said, well, I was taught that way. He says, you need equal dexterity in both hands. He says, it depends on how you're taught. For me, it's no biggie. But I knew this other guy who was so left-handed that he had to do everything left-handed, and it was a real pain to hit the knots in.
It's really bizarre because if you go into it, there's loads of differences between right and left-handed people, and most people who stutter are actually left-handed. And the reason is because at the stage they were told to do stuff right-handed and they're doing it left-handed. And your corpus callosum, which sits in the middle of your brain, receives information from both hemispheres. and it's getting bombarded from both because people have been trying to make you do one more than the other. So the words are coming from both sides, and you're just sitting there in the middle trying to work out which side you're going to listen to at that time, and that's what a stutter is, in most cases.
So you could cure stutter by cutting an arm off.
That's true.
It's drastic, but it might work.
Everything goes back to the guillotine, for instance.
Left-handed. Again, you ever go for the things I've seen quite a few left-handed people doing. They're actually playing left-handed with a right-handed strung guitar.
Yeah.
Or
yeah, and what I ended up doing when I picked up the left-handed guitar again was going, I go down to go deeper. That makes sense. That really is useful. It's crap for playing chords. Everything has to be done on an upstroke because it doesn't sound right otherwise. Or if you do a downstroke, it sounds like reggae. So, you know, yeah, and all the notes going up, so the deeper the note, the lower it is down and stuff like that. That's great, but also a lot of chords are completely unmanageable when you try and play them. I should have brought guitars along so that people could talk to themselves for a bit with, you know. I should have brought a relic guitar with me, shouldn't I?
Let's go back and do it.
Playing with the string reversed, you can't use the thumb technique, the thumb over the neck to play the bass.
Yeah.
It's good for Dick Down cuts, though.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's a lefty, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also but not really strong.
Really? I didn't realise that.
Yeah, he has the thing on the bottom. So the fact that we got to talking rather than showing, that means we've shown everything.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't
no,
think we're having a kind of...
Nick has
I haven't even turned my guitar on yet. I don't know if it's any good or not yet. And what I do know is it's very loud, so I turned it on at home and went, fuck!
What did your wife say?
That's even with the attenuator on. It's terrifying.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's 25 watts, but it's Class A, so it's terrifyingly loud. Yeah, it sounds very nice though. It doesn't sound like any EL34 amp like that, but
have a loud off between that and the Mesa 525 to see which is the most
which is
horrifying.
the horrifyingly loud. I suspect that will actually. I suspect the Guillotine will win that particular loud one. It's quite horrifically.
I think the AC30 would win in here.
Yeah, I expect so.
I think the 30 is a bit of a lie, really, in there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, the Marshall's quite. When I played it earlier, it was on 2
Yeah.
when I hit it hard. So it goes loud, but I think even so, I think the AC30 would make me wince.
Well, I mean, they're actually rated at 30 watts clean, aren't they?
Yeah.
Which is like
It's one of those,
cheating. Well, I mean, you know, it's fair enough. It's you know, there's a same way of measuring it uses like other audio gear at the time, I guess. But like, you know, crank the thing up and it's going way over 30 watts. That's just
So whose is the little Marshall in the corner?
That's a little DSL.
That's yours, is it? Yes, good idea.
Let's give it a little go. I'm quite excited by this actually. Not because it's played by my hero bloke from Elton John's band, which I discovered the only celebrity who has that, or the only person in the universe.
Is this one of the ones with blue backlit?
This is one of these. I think it's the first one that had that blue backlit on it, so they've got on everything. But I think nobody bought it.